What's up? It's Terror Talk.
How you doing?
It's Terror Talk with a 3 and 7E, where we talk all things horror movie related.
And we call pork rolls Taylor hams here, baby.
We do? I call it pork roll.
I call it Taylor ham. Maybe that part of Jersey I'm from.
Shit.
You ever had a disco fry? We have.
Yeah, I've had disco fries.
You
ever had
better. We live by TikTok.
TikTok or
Diner.
What's the other place? That other diner is really amazing. Tops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's good, man. That food
It's
will make
fancy
you
now.
bust. I know. I went before it was fancy.
I went before. You're like in the lobby for like an hour, and it's like there's no waiting room. Now you just walk in. Hello. You're like, am I in Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're in Tops.
Yeah. So we're from Jersey. So, we're going to do some Jersey stuff soon. Jersey related stuff.
So here's our Taylor ham review.
Here's our Taylor ham review. So let us know below. Like, what do you want to know about Jersey? We'll talk to you about that.
Yeah, it's not like the Jersey Shore. Jersey
No,
Shore.
we're in North Jersey where everybody's uppity.
We're not from like Staten Island and then go to New Jersey and we say we're from New Jersey. None of that stuff.
Yeah, we're not Jersey and we say we're from New York. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But today we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, when you read this, when you clicked on this, if you did, you're going to be like, why are they reviewing this movie? Oh, I'll tell you, sir. Sir, because 100% of our audience is male. But
it really
for
is
some reason.
The analytics was like 100% male.
100%
I'm like,
male.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to you about one of the most horrific movies I've seen this year, or maybe you've seen this year.
For a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, for anything.
Yeah.
This movie's horrific.
Well, the fact that it's PG-13 doesn't... All the stuff that happens, it's implied.
Yeah, it's implied, yeah.
But
you
they
used it there.
Yeah,
That's
right. But they do say it happened in the movie, right? It's for the kids.
The movie we're talking about is The Sound of Freedom. One of the most heartbreaking and important movies, I think, that of right now.
Now, there's a lot of controversy with this movie.
What's the controversy exactly?
Well,
I heard there is.
So there's a couple of things. One, Daniel Caviezel.
Danny?
Right? The guy who played Jesus?
Jim Caviezel.
Oh, Jim Caviezel, whatever.
JC,
I call him Danny.
Danny, all right. That's his brother. JC, you know, that was a big thing. He played Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in The Passions of the Christ. Mm-hmm. A lot of people aren't fans of him because he's super religious.
Okay.
And when anybody's like super religious, they have specific beliefs that may rub people the wrong way.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But to be honest with this movie, he's just trying to spread out something that's happening.
Yeah.
And trying to put more light to it. Unfortunate that there isn't light on this, which is crazy to me because, but that's one controversy. Another one is just some of the people who are involved in the movie are getting in trouble with what they're showing in the movies.
Oh, really?
But this is all alleged. So it's not like
I saw something about that, but it was like a child support thing. It was like
but see, the media twisted it. To make it seem like, oh, hey, this movie's about child trafficking, and then look, he's doing the same thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't quite
not
that. Yeah,
so they're trying to make it seem like it's this. And I've seen people shit on this movie because of who's involved in the movie.
Yeah, that's not
Watch
right.
the movie.
I think you should just judge a movie on its own merit. And it doesn't have to, like, whatever you think of somebody outside.
I may not be a fan of Mel Gibson, but I'll watch a Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Mel Gibson either. Yeah. Like, I think Mel Gibson, he's super racist. Like,
yeah, he's crazy.
Like, he's crazy. Like, he's racist, man. Like, come on, man. Like, nobody, he got caught candidly saying the N-word, all this stuff. You know, and it's disrespectful, man. I don't like that. But I got to say, man, he makes some good-ass movies,
man. I mean, like, I'm a big Lethal Weapon guy. I love all those. I eat that shit up.
You do.
But if I ever saw him in real life, I was like, let me stay away from this guy. He might try to...
Yeah, you don't meet your
heroes.
heroes.
He's going to call ICE on me or something like that.
He might. But Sound of Freedom is a horror movie in every sense of the word. And I'll just give you a little context. If you haven't seen the movie yet, there's the opening scene of the movie is probably one of the most like heartbreaking and scary scenes as a parent. We're both parents.
Yeah.
And what happens is there's a woman that comes into this guy's house and he's basically like, she's like, oh, I run a talent agency, blah, blah, blah. I'm just paraphrasing. Bring your kids down and we're going to take some shots.
Well, first she was about the daughter.
Yeah,
and then the son comes in. She's like, oh, him too. Like, she got excited about
She was
that.
like, oh, yeah, bring him down, you know. And we're going to take photos of them. You know, we're going to get them jobs. So they're living, you know, not in squalor, but, you know, they want a better life for themselves. The dad has to take the bus. They're like, why not? I'll give my daughter a chance to be a star.
Yeah.
Right? So they take them to this, like, very seedy motel. But by the way, I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, you got to think about these families are from South America.
Yeah.
Nothing to say anything negative about South America. But the thing is, it's just that the idea that your daughter could be a star versus here in the States, right? That could happen by just making a YouTube video or whatever. But over there, they see this as an opportunity for her to have a better life in certain situations, wherever the situation is.
Definitely.
And I think this was in was it? I forgot where.
Yeah, was it Colombia? Not Colombia.
No, it's
they
not
went to Colombia, not Mexico. Was it Guatemala?
It's not Uruguay.
Well,
it might be Guatemala.
It was one of these Central America or South American countries, and basically he takes them there. They do the photo shoots and everything. And you feel like, because you know you're watching Sound of Freedom, you feel like something's wrong. Like it's tension. You're sitting in your chair like, yeah, something's not right, and you know what movie you're watching already. You know what the subject matter is. You know what you're getting yourself into, and it feels like tense. Like I felt afraid in that moment, and our darkest fears come true when the dad comes to pick up the kid. It's like, oh yeah, pick him up at 7:00. Just come back. He comes back, and that place is ghost. Like there is nobody there. The doors open. Yeah, nothing. Blacked out. Everything's blacked out. The talent agency sign is ripped off, and then that's how the movie starts.
But also, remember, like during their photo shoot, how they're like the little boy, they start opening his shirt. They start sexualizing the kids.
Yeah, and it makes you feel...
The girl, they put her hair down, they put red lipstick. Not saying that that's a bad thing.
It was bad in this movie.
In this movie, it's bad because you know...
It made you so uncomfortable. See, the thing about terror talk, it makes you angry. It makes you angry. It makes you scared too, because you're like, what if this happened to my kids? What if we drop the ball for 1 second? See, here at Terror Talk, we talk all things horror movie related. We talk about Dawn of the Dead and all the fictional horror movies and horror characters, but we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about some of the more real terrors in the world, which this is real life horror that's happening right now, and it's scary. It's just it's scarier. I'd rather have Freddy chasing me than losing your kid to these guys.
I can't imagine. And like, the acting in that father was amazing too, because, well, for me, I would have lost my shit.
Oh yeah.
From the beginning. Once first off, I would have never left.
Yeah, me neither. I would have stayed outside.
No, I'll be downstairs.
Yeah.
But no. Once they started being like, I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
come on.
We're leaving, because I'll just stay outside. I'll be on my phone watching TikToks or filming some TikToks for Terror Talk.
But no, that terror, that fear. I remember when I was watching this. I don't know what I would do. I think I would just
lose my mind.
Especially if they're gone. The whole place, how it is, it was all gone, and you don't. And then there's nobody you could talk. Yeah,
it's a feeling of helpllessness. So we follow Jim Caviezel, Caviezel's character, who's a.
You sure it's not Danny Caviezel?
I'm sure.
DC?
Nope. JC baby. We follow his character, and he's a special agent where he investigates pedophiles, and he's bringing them in. He's very satisfied with bringing in these pedophiles. He's like, look, we brought in so many pedophiles. We caught so many of them. I forgot the number. But he has a partner also that's like, I can't take this, man.
He left,
he's like, I can't take this. Like, how many kids have we found alive? And he's like, not many.
And he's like, well, they're already in a different country, this and that.
Yeah, and it's like it comes to a consciousness where he's like, yeah, I'm taking these pedophiles in, but this is after the fact. Like, all these kids are completely maimed and destroyed before I'm getting the end product, which is like, it's just the symptom of the problem. It's not the actual like disease that he wants to cut out.
Yeah,
and it's not like Taken. Like they follow similar things like Taken. Like Liam Neeson busting everybody's ass.
Well,
it's
because
not that.
He goes after specifically the two kids in the movie.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's
in the beginning, but
and he's trying to bring down this ring, a specific ring of child traffickers, and it's harrowing. Like, it's just him going through Central America trying to devise a plan where they're trying to save as many kids as they can and at the simultaneously bring down as many pedophiles and traffickers as they can. And it's very harrowing. I was on the edge of my seat. I was sweating through the movie. I'm sweating now, but I was sweating through that movie, man.
Even the part when they actually find the boy.
Yeah.
And then they're signing them names.
Yeah,
like his name was Teddy Bear.
Yeah, and he had to go. He went through so much trauma in such a short time that he didn't even want to say his real name.
And he was scared. Remember when they pulled him over at I think they were at
the border.
The border. There you go. And they were like, blah blah blah. They took the guy out, and then they asked the kid what's his name. He said Teddy Bear. No, what's your real name?
Yeah.
It's very a Walter White moment, but in a cool way though. What's your name?
Say my name. But it sucks because the movie does not shy away from the violence that the kids have to be associated with. They don't show anything, but they show everything up until the thing you know is going to happen.
Yeah.
It lingers. It stays. It is so disturbing. Like, but they have to do it because they want to ingrain it into your mind. They want to say, hey, look at this. This is what really happens. And, you know, it's horrible. We want you to feel just as horrible as these kids had to go through. And they show everything. We see the guy. We get a camera view, a top head camera view of one of the gentlemen, one of the pieces of shit that's walking in there with his cigar and he's walking with
the drink, and then he's like approaching her on the bed.
He's walking up the stairs. He's opening the door. He sees the little girl there. He's setting down his drinks. He closes the blinds, and then we don't see anything. The camera expertly just stays on the blinds being closed. Like the blinds close, and then the camera just stays there for a good 15 seconds. Like it doesn't move, and you know what's happening behind those doors. And then the next shot is of her in the bathtub, like crying, and it's like you're just sitting there, like, yo, what? Like this movie is beating my ass. Like it is punching me in the stomach over and over again. Yeah, like it's a horror movie in every sense of the word. Like you could say it's a drama, you could say it's a thriller. This movie is pure horror. Like I would classify it in just in that realm. And, you know, whether it's real life or fake, I mean, this is real. So it makes it even worse because you think about it, you're left thinking about it like days on end.
But it also shows the weakness of kids, being how easy they could be, you know, like how easy it is for them to be taken away. Like, remember the scene where they were all in the van, and then I think they call one of the girls Simba, and they're like, what's wrong? And then she doesn't like her name. She doesn't want it. But they keep saying, no, that's your name. Yeah. And then they're giving them this idea in their head, oh, they're about to be stars. And next thing you know, they're thrown into this fright truck kind of, you know, like thing like that. And they're
completely helpless.
Yeah,
like
helpless.
They're helpless. They can't do anything.
And it's jobs as parents to make sure that this doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's our number one job.
But the thing is that these people today are getting so good at it. You know, like in the beginning of the movie, they were showing like how people just a motorcycle were just scooping them up.
Yeah, they were scooping kids up.
And even here in the States, you go to a Target, I think there was a couple incidents where this little girl was just going to Target with her mom's putting the stuff away, somebody driving by, just boom, grabs her and just drives away. That's it. Yeah. And and that's just like just even thinking that
just thinking about it, it's just like you have to keep a watchful eye of your kids and everything like that. And then, you know, they always say, oh, well, back in the day, we could go out and hang out and we could just, when the street lights came on, then we went back home. And it was like that when we were kids. When we were little kids, we knew our neighbors, we knew our trust. And something happened where it just didn't happen anymore. We couldn't do this anymore.
I think social media may have
YouTube
kind of made certain things easier for the good and wrong people. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So,
and then it just made the world a lot more colder as we've gotten closer with social media. Like I can hit up friends that I haven't seen in 10 years on my Facebook, but, you know, I feel more apart from them than I ever had before because it's like, you know, they're just a picture on Facebook.
Yeah,
you know?
Like I've seen people on Facebook, I've commented like happy birthday, talk to them here and there. See them in real life, it's like who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, who's this guy? I don't even know this guy
Or
anymore.
like, why are you talking to me kind of thing, you know? It's like, what?
Just hit me on social media.
We're just on social media. We're not real life friends, okay?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. So, you know, this movie, as much as controversies as getting, I didn't get the idea that it was like a conservative movie. Like I didn't feel like there was ideas that we're putting in place, probably outside of border protection, because the one character was able to go back and forth like no problem with the kids, like transport them back and forth.
Yeah, I agree with you though. To me, when watching this movie, I didn't feel there was an agenda being pushed.
No, it didn't feel that way.
It wasn't like, this is a right-wing movie saying that this is happening, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the director and this guy are doing the same things. Yeah. You know what? There's horrible people in movie business regardless. And not trying to defend this guy at all. I don't give a fuck. He could go to jail if he deserves to. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But this movie is shining on a light that it's a problem that it just everybody kind of seems to know about it and just kind of like, oh, okay, we'll just, you know, let's be more safe.
Yeah, let's be more safe. Let's be more aware. We can do more to get awareness out. And yeah, well, like what I meant, like before with the agenda, like this one doesn't have an agenda, but if you watch a movie like Death Wish with Bruce Willis, that Eli Roth movie, that had an agenda. Like that was a pro-gun agenda. Like we knew what they were talking about. Like by the end of the movie, Bruce Willis kills everybody, and then the guy from Hank from Breaking Bad goes up to Bruce Willis, knows that he kills everybody, and says, "You did your job as an American. You bought a gun, you killed the bad guys, and you protected your family." It's like, what? I was like, wait. That had a very clear agenda. This movie, the only agenda it has is just bringing light to this very horrific subject.
And then people are nitpicking this movie, too. Everybody's like, what's his name again? Jim Caviezel.
Jim Caviezel.
You sure it's not Danny Caviezel?
I'm very sure.
Or JC.
JC.
Oh, they're like,
remember,
he said these are God's children's, and then people are like, but look, he said that. I'm like, so?
Yeah,
oh
so
my
what?
God,
They are.
like
what,
you're
are
making
they?
it seem like he's like quoting a Bible verse every
yeah.
time and saying that he's going against this people are bad because they're like this. No, it's just straight up.
It's straight up
A human trafficking movie.
right.
That he sees these kids as God's kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you're religious, you're okay. You see as that. If not, I'm sorry, but that's just a word that he said. But the movie's still about human trafficking.
Right. It's about.
It's not. There's no. In my opinion, there's no agenda.
And they were saying like, like I seen a lot of videos where people were saying, well, it's embellished and it was like over the top and stuff like that. But like they haven't seen the movie. By the end of the film, you see the real pictures of what happened during these stings. It did seem fantastical. Like a lot of the stuff in the movie, but when you see the actual like footage, you're like, oh damn, this really happened like that.
Yeah.
Like it really happened exactly the way the movie was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know where the embellishments are, but we can take liberties with like American Sniper took liberties. Like you can take liberties with the source material to
like
hammer
the
down
Patriot
a point.
and stuff like that. Like,
The Patriot was like totally inaccurate, but we can take that just so the point is getting the message. I don't care if it was 50 kids that get kidnapped or 20 kids. Not nitpicking that. One kid shouldn't have been kidnapped, and like it's the message is more important than the actual execution, and the execution was good too. It was a good movie. I can't say it's entertaining, but it's a movie that was like it's eye-opening. It's something that we're all aware of. We all know what's going on, but it's not something that is like shoved into your face. Like, hey, check this out. Like, really, like look at it.
And I feel that it's like, what's up with Disney, right?
Yeah, Disney owned it. Right?
Yeah, Disney owns it, but
they inherited
it's
it.
supposed to be streaming on Disney Plus, and they don't want to.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
But they're streaming Secret Wars, or not Secret Wars. Was it Secret Invasion?
Yeah,
which is hot garbage.
It is, and
hot
then
garbage,
other
and
garbage
violent
and stuff
and
like that.
gross and like
you would
bad
think Disney
messaging.
Plus, who cares about the
Kids.
youth?
Yeah, they care about kids, right?
Will put this movie. I know people are gonna comment in the section about this about that comment, but you know what? Comment below.
Comment below. Let us know.
Bring it on. But it's just true. It's like, hey, right now it should be streaming on it. The fact is, this movie did better than Indiana Jones on 4th of July weekend.
Mm-hmm. It did better than Mission Impossible, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got that. Sorry.
Yeah, but this is what people want to see.
Yeah.
And
or care about to see.
They care about to see. I encourage you, check it out. I think it's a really important movie. It's a tough watch, but I think it's a good one. Yeah. Anything else about Sound of Freedom?
No. Are you sure it's not Danny Caviezel?
I'm sure.
God,
well, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. Comment below. Let us know. Is it Danny Caviezel or Jim Caviezel? Let us know.
Just Danny Caviezel is Danny Caviezel.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know below what's your favorite movie that's not traditionally a horror movie, but it is in the horror realm, like something that's like scary, but it's not like in the traditional sense of like a horror film. And if you like this video, you like us talking about movies outside of like within the horror spectrum, let us know below if this is something you dig, and then we'll produce more of it for you. And that is it. That's Terror Talk. And remember, God's children are not for sale.